Hey everyone, it's Sam. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be memory planning the week of October 4th through October 10th. I am using this Trick or Treat kit from Glam Planner. It was exclusive art from Celeste Studio, and this has to be one of my, if not my most extra spread I have ever done. So if you've watched my kit lineup for October, I did mention that I was talking with Emma of Emma K Plans about this spread because we both wanted to use it, but we both disliked the yellow color. And she came up with this great idea to remove the yellow and pair it with a pink to bring in some of that light, like that pinky color that's in the lights. And let me tell you, I am so glad she suggested this. She picked a different kit. She picked a summer kit with a pink to pair. I picked the Nightmare Before Christmas artwork to use that kind of pink. And I think it turned out beautifully. If you notice I literally, I bought the ultimate, the luxe kit from Glam Planner of Trick or Treat. And then I bought the mini kit of Nightmare Before Christmas because she had taken away the bottom washi page that she saw separately for a while from the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I needed the date covers because I needed that pink because I was not using the yellow, and the orange from that kit too is identical to this one too, so I didn't mind using so I used the date covers for Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday from the Nightmare kit, and then I used the Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday colors from the Trick or Treat kit. So then I bought the mini kit, and I also bought I bought 2 label samplers to pull in that pink and the glitter headers. And I think it turned out phenomenal. I pat on my back because I am obsessed with how this turned out. I loved the boxes. I used, I think, all but 2 boxes maybe, or 1 box. I'm not even sure. 1 box was very similar to another, so I just kept one of them. I did 3 extenders. I did my double box extender when I cut it down the side for the sidebar with the tall girl. I used the extra scene in my sidebar, as you see, it matched, so it lines up perfectly with the Monday box to make the scene. And then I used 2 extenders, one on Wednesday and one on Thursday, just to use up 4 more boxes. And this artwork is just beautiful. I love the signs in Thursday's extender. I love the skeleton. I love the kitty, and I think I used the dog. Yep, I used the little puppers. And the Trick or Treat box, when I put down the overlay, it must have had a piece of paper on it because after looking at it, the one leg has a piece of white on it. But that's okay because I just put a little sparkly bit from the wiggle. Excuse me. On top of it. Also, I paired this kit with, I think it's Purple Prism from SPC. It is an older wiggle. I think it's on sale for $8 now. So I got it, and I used the half cut headers. The only thing I wish I would have had bougie boxes in this color, but that's okay because I didn't mind using the half cut headers, even though I despise them most of the time. But I just think that they look so good when you use a foil. I've not moved away completely, but I have decided I love using fun foils recently, more so. I try to choose them over a core foil. Now fall's a different story because fall I'll be using probably gold. I think I have to still plan that out because I haven't done that yet. But if there's a fun foil that matches, I'll choose that over a core foil recently. And I love it because I wouldn't want to trade, I wouldn't pick any other foil to go with this kit, to be honest with you. And that pink, I can't stop staring at the pink. I honestly can't. I can't wait to see Emma's full spread. She showed me sneaks, and it is just as beautiful. I'm so happy that we decided to do this and experiment. My next week, which is technically the collab with Emma too, I experimented with different kit mashups and stuff too, and 2 different color foils as well. So that'll be fun. And I don't even know where I am. Just putting down the foil overlays. on the boxes. And then I did the deco and I put the sparkly, did I put the sparkly bits on camera? I honestly don't even know. The only thing with Glam Planner kits that I haven't mastered yet completely is the whole reinforcements that I do. So these, I bought an extra double box of the house, and I kind of cut it into strips to make the whole reinforcements. I don't know if it kind of looks funny or not because they're not like all the same pattern, but I need to make sure when I order that I order on like in enough time to get the add-on, like the extra like bottom washi page from her kits, so I can use one of the 15, like one of the strips to make the whole reinforcements. I still haven't mastered that yet. I will one day. But sometimes when I order, they're already out of the shop, which I get, I understand. And she doesn't do the side washi anymore, so it's kind of like a what am I gonna do? But I don't mind. Like, I chopped up the house for it to do that. I've used Fashion Girls before too, that I've cut off like the sides kind of match. Excuse me. I did that with one of the mystery kits. But I should be almost done with the deco to start in the day by day. I also did something different. I've done it before, but when writing in, I only kept it with like my handwriting in print. I didn't do any fancy lettering or cursive or anything. I just kind of wanted to keep it clean. And I love the way that turned out as well. I do like using like the fun little scripts that I do like every week, but I wanted to switch it up just a little bit, just for a week. But yeah, so this should be starting soon. How are you guys doing? Are you guys loving your Halloween spreads? Because y'all know I'm obsessed with mine, and the ones that I've seen from people so far, like on Instagram, I am loving the way everybody's is turning out. I haven't seen, I don't think, a bad spread yet, to be honest. But yeah, I didn't ask for questions either because this is kind of last minute again. But if you do have any questions, leave them down below, and I will be sure to answer them maybe the week of Halloween, because I have a collab for my next video. And then the plan with me after that is another collab. So starting off with the sidebar, I used a little Papershire vampire vanilla to mark, because he looked real happy, to mark that I hit 250 subscribers on YouTube. And I want to thank you all for that, because I do this for me mainly, but I'm glad to see that everybody's enjoying my spreads as well, and my plan with me's. It does really mean a lot, and I'm glad y'all are here, and I love you all. But I was super excited to hit 250 subscribers, because not too long ago I just had not even 100. So I'm glad to see that my channel is growing. Starting off with Monday, I used a work label to mark that I worked from only 8 to 9 in the morning, because I had an Estelle training, which I marked in a patterned half box with a little Grim Reaper character from Papershire, to mark that it was Estelle part 1 from 9 to 5. I think we ended about 4:30-ish or so, but I just marked from 9 to 5. Then in a like quarter box, I marked that I couldn't deal with stupid this day, because it just blows my mind how little people know, and some questions that are asked. That make me sound like a horrible person, but it just, like, I was not having it that day for training. Like, it just took forever. It took us 45 minutes for everybody to log into a computer, and there was maybe 10 of us. That's how bad it was. But I used the 3 ghosts from Casper from Papershire to mark that. Then on a pattern piece of washi, I used a migraine bear from Willow Wallow Co. and a migraine script from Moonlight Paper Co. To mark that. If you don't know, I mean, if you watch my videos, you know, but I do PR for Moonlight Paper Co. You can use my code SAM15 to save and get my cute little freebie. And her stickers are super cute and super fun and super good. You'll see quite a bit more of my foil bundles in my next couple spreads. Then on a fancy label, I marked that there's a giant spider that like ran across my wall, and before I could go grab a shoe to kill it, it was gone. I don't know what happened to it. So I used a little tarantula sticker with a munchkin on top from Once More with Love for that. Then on a little thing, I marked that it was Zoe's pills, like the day for her pills. So I used a Teddy Plans Co. girl with a dog for that. And then I had a little bit more space, so I just marked that I watched 911 on this day. Moving on to Tuesday, I used an appointment label with the clock icon from the kit and a busy day script from Moonlight Paper Co. Then on a half box, I used a little ghost coffee cup to mark that I caught up on all of my work, because my work was not done from the day before because I was in that training. And that cup is from Papershire. Then on a little thing with a box foiled icon from The Wiggle, I marked that I was destashing some stickers and sticker kits and stuff. And yeah. On the second half, on a fancy label, I marked that I watered some of my plants, and I just used the house icon from the Nightmare kit because it was pink. On a little thing, I used the car icon from the foil from The Wiggle that I ran to the bank. Then on a work label, I marked that I worked from 8 to 3:30. I did take an hour off. And this night was FBI, so I just used a little thing and the TV icon from the foil bundle to mark that. And now I'm ahead of myself, of course, like that always happens. Maybe. Okay. I'm getting there. There's a lot of pausing, and I did speed it up faster than I did last week, I think. But still turned out to be quite a long video, 25 minutes. So while I'm putting this down, if you guys want to see, I'm interested in if you would be interested. I'm interested to know if you would be interested in seeing like a live, not a live video, but like a real time of me putting down my base. But then would you like that and then my day by day plan with me to go up? Because then you would see like this in like regular time, or real time, I should say. And then my plan with me would be the sped up of putting down the base and then my day by day. Would you guys want to see something like that? Or would you, because I saw Emma do a video where she was putting down the base of her memory spread, because she doesn't always do like the plan with me versions, like the memory plan fully. But that got me thinking, like, would you like to see me put down the base and like talk through it? Or would you like to see like just keep it as is what I'm basically trying to say. But let me know down below. I would have to wait probably till after Halloween because I'm putting down my bases for these already. But yeah, let me know. So on Wednesday in a half box, I used a little Fox and Cactus Witch to mark that I was looking for fall outfits, because Ian and I are getting our pictures taken on the 23rd. So I wanted to get a cute little outfit to wear. Then on a patterned fancy label, I marked that I filmed my day by day for, probably, it must have been for my Friday the 13th kit, because that went up this week, this week that I'm planning right now. So I used the filming icon from The Wiggle. Then on just a little thing, I marked another busy day from Moonlight Paper Co. On a patterned quarter box, I marked with a Papershire Plant Mom sticker that I watered my plants. Then on another quarter box, I used a Teddy Plans Co. girl to mark that I went to Weiss. Then on another quarter box, I was just using all the quarter boxes, I marked that I filled up my water jugs with rainwater for my plants, and I used a little asterisk icon from The Wiggle to mark that. And after my story, I still am behind. I caught up and then I fell behind again. I'm almost there. I promise. Sooner or later. There we go. Okay. So then starting off with Thursday, on another quarter box, I used the house icon from the Wiggle to mark that Ian was home this day. He did stay home. He wasn't feeling well. Then on an appointment label, I called Geisinger because my injections for my migraines had run out and I needed to call for a refill because my appointment wasn't until November. Come to find out, they actually canceled my appointment for, I think, the third time. So she's like, yeah, they're going to be calling you for an appointment. I'm like, what do you mean? I have one for November. She's like, no, unfortunately that was canceled. It was with Dr. So-and-so. I said, I don't know. It's been canceled so many times because they keep going through like neurologists and stuff. And she's like, yeah, well, at least, I mean, I'm giving you a heads up this time. I'm like, yeah, thank you. But they still haven't called and I still haven't made an appointment. And who knows? But as long as I keep getting my injections, I don't mind. So I used a ghost face icon that I'm for calling Geisinger. Then on a fancy label, I marked using a scared munchkin watching horror movies that I tried to catch up on some of the shows. And then on the bottom half, I kind of worked myself from the bottom up. But on a pattern fancy label, I marked that I cleaned out the litter box. And I used a munchkin from Once More With Love to mark that. Then on a little thing, I used the trash icon from the Wiggle to mark that I took out the trash. And then on a half box, I used a little Meredith Grey sticker from Papershire to mark that I finally caught up on all of Grey's Anatomy. I was, I think, 3 episodes from last season behind, so I caught up on those, and then I caught up on the new episodes finally. So, like, I'm almost caught up on every single show that I need to catch up on. There's still a few that I need to watch, but I shall get there. Moving on to Friday, on a fancy label, I used a little ghosty pulling out of a coffee cup from Papershire to mark that I had coffee this morning. I have coffee every day, but if I don't have a lot to mark, I tend to just put it in. Or start to put it in, I should say. On a patterned piece of washi, I used an Olive Studio Olive to mark that I recorded my voiceover for my Friday the 13th kit. Then on another piece of patterned washi, I used the little like movie reel to mark that I uploaded my plan with me for last week because I'm trying not to fall behind again. So I've actually been in the mood to plan. Like I already have the base down for this current week that we're in, and I'm going to try to do the next 2 in the next day or so because I want to just get caught up on them so I'm not behind. I'd rather just have them filmed and then like do the day by days when the time comes at the end of the week. Or maybe I'll try to do actually like day by day, but that hasn't worked for me recently. Or I haven't ever tried to like do the base one day and then each day pull my stickers and then just film that day for like a minute or 2. Do you know what I mean? I might try that. That might be something I might try. I'm not sure yet though. Or maybe I'll do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on one day and then the rest of the week on Sunday. That could work. For the second half of Friday, on a fancy label, I marked that I caught up on more TV, so I just used the TV icon from the Wiggle. This is kind of out of order because on a half box I used the like Friends group to mark that I had a meeting at 1:30, but that meeting was like at the top of the day versus it being the second to last thing that I marked, but that's okay. Then on a little thing I marked that it was Life After Lockup that I watched with my mom. Moving on to Saturday, I used a little thing and the stack of book icon from the Wiggle to mark that I organized some of my stickers, which I still need to organize more. And then on a fancy label, I used a little duck from Once More With Love to mark that there is a pink princess scam. So there is a plant that I've been looking for. It's a pink princess philodendron. Cuttings and plants themselves are extremely expensive. They range from $20 for just a node and like a leaf to like $100 and some $200 for a full plant. So this woman was willing to send me this little plant. It had like 3 or 4 or 5 leaves on it. She was selling it for $40. And I'm like, okay, great. Like, I can pay you. That's no problem. But, like, I'll pay you through PayPal. She's like, no, I only do it through EMT. Because she was in Canada. I'm like, okay, but I don't do that. So she's like, but if you do through PayPal, you do through family and friends, right? I'm like, absolutely not. I said, I only do it through good services because I'm not getting scammed and losing out on money. $40 is $40. I would have loved to have my like number one wish list plant, but not to be scammed out of money and then going through PayPal, family and friends and not being able to get my money back. So I'm like, no, forget it. You can keep your little plant. I don't need it. And she's like, okay. And then I think she tried to sell it to somebody else, but I don't know if she went through with it or not. But I was so mad because I got scammed because it was my plant and I almost got it. But after that, on a patterned half box, I used a little, like, I think it's grandparents and 2 kids, but I went to my Aunt Rosie's house to visit, and we just talked a little bit. I was there for maybe, I think, 2.5 hours or so, but it was nice to catch up. I haven't seen her in quite some time. Then on a quarter box, I used a Glam planner, Christmas, like sneezing in a tissue because I had such a sinus headache this day. And then my mom and I went to Happy Pizza to pick up pizza and Pogosh. And I just used, I think the pizza's from Beneva Creations from a freebie sheet. I could be wrong. And then on a little thing with the cookie icon, even though it doesn't really mean cookie, I had some homemade rice pudding, which is why I went to my aunt's house first, was to pick up the rice pudding. But like I said, we had a nice little talk. Moving on to Sunday, on a patterned piece of washi, I used a vanilla sleeping from Papershire to mark that I slept in this day, which I wanted to sleep in on Saturday too, but that didn't work. Then on an appointment label, I used a grocery cart icon from the Wiggle to mark that I went to Garrity's with my mom. Then on our way home, we stopped at the cemetery because my mom visits my grandma's grave on every Sunday. And I used just a little tombstone icon from Papershire to mark that. Then for the second half, on a pattern fancy label, I used another Kiss My Girl with laundry and a laundry script to mark that I did all of my laundry. I think I finished the laundry on Monday, but I did most of the laundry on Sunday. Then my mom had got me, she went to Home Depot with my dad one day, and she had picked up a cutting of a lemon philodendron. So I was able to plant that this day. So I used on a little thing, I used the jigsaw icon munchkin to mark that. Then on another little thing, I used the package icon to mark that I had an Amazon delivery. I got some things for my plants, and I got a new ring light, which I'm super excited about because it may not have to edit my plan with me's less. I could edit less on them. And then lastly, on a little thing, I used the YouTube icon from the kit to mark that I filmed probably the base of this. I think it was the base of this kit. But I'm just putting down the last couple icons before I start filling everything out. But I'm staring at this kit. And I used a yellow fancy label box, like patterned one. And then I used just a little thing in yellow. And because I just wanted to pull in just a tiny bit of that yellow. Not much, because there's really hardly anything in, only in the pumpkin's mouth and some of the light shinings. But I'm glad I brought in like 2 little boxes. But that pink, I am just obsessed with how this pink pulled in with this kit and this wiggle pulled in with this kit. And I love that I picked the black-haired girl for the fashion girls. I just love everything about this. I seriously keep staring at it in just awe because it's so stunning. It's honestly, I know I say it like every time, but it's seriously probably top 3 kits of this year. It's seriously, if not top 2, because I'm just in love with it. And like I said, the fun foils, give me all the fun foils. I have to pick up a couple from SPC today, probably. Today's Wednesday, the 13th. Yeah. So I might actually pick up some wiggles, and I have to pick up my Santa Claus kit. for December. And then I have to pick up from Glam Planner this week, and some extras from Caress Press possibly. And I have to figure out what I'm doing with my December kits so far. I'm waiting on exclusive art from Glam Planner and SPC to know, so I could fully finish my kit lineup for December. But I hope you guys enjoy. There's a sneak of my next week, which is Haunted House, which is my collab with Emma. And here is everything. I'm going to do a wiggle so you can see the beautiful purple foil from this purple sequence, shatter, prism, whatever it's called. I think it's purple prism. I think that's the name of it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all in my next plan with me. Bye, guys.